There we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome. We're going to wait a few minutes for people to come in. And Pope of Chili Town, we saw you a couple weeks ago at King Con. Charlton 66 with the Charlton Comics logo. If you ever redo your channel, you can have the Modern Comics logo. Oh, can't wait to see you. I can't wait to see what I have tonight. So it'll be pretty exciting. Let's yeah. Joe in the house. Arlington, Virginia. Nice to have you. Nicholas, welcome. I hope so. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, that the storage auction video. I was looking at that stuff and I was talking to a couple of people and about what they thought about it, and like, stay away. Do you know who composed that theme song? Oops. Greetings from Brazil. Tiago, welcome from Brazil. It's actually an hour later there, isn't it? I don't know. It wasn't me. That was my daughter did that. She did my logo and she did on GarageBand. She did the song. I'm like, sounds good to me. I kind of want, because I originally had the thought, but then I realized I didn't have the copyright to it, of using the theme intro from the Super Friends, and instead of having the characters have the comic books. So she did something, and it kind of gives that little bit of a 70s vibe to it. So thank you. So yeah, we'll wait a couple more minutes and until we dig into these books. Nelvis here. Nelvis just won a book. Street Side. So today I had gotten the information from Erod. I sent like 14 books out for Erod to get clean pressed and submitted to CGC. In this one batch of books I had given him, and 3 qualified, I felt, for the walkthrough tier. He mailed all 14 books out on March 3rd. And he gave me the tracking information the other day, and I've been obsessing over the tracking information. Now, interestingly, there are 3 more books that are in the, the economy standard tier, the next tier down, the 1,000 to 4,000 tier on CGC. And I believe I'll be getting those tomorrow. So there may be another live unboxing tomorrow after I'm on 360 Comics with Joe doing our wrap up of Moon Knight episode 1. So if you've seen Moon Knight episode 1, come and join us. We're going to talk about the episode, what we think is going to happen in the future, connections to the MCU, what we think might be going on in the background is all the MCU properties have like all those little hidden Easter eggs, and what it means for the comic book market. Specifically, the Moon Knight comics. Because as we know, with these properties, all of a sudden some fairly obscure character is introduced into a TV show or movie, and boom, $1 or $5 book is all of a sudden worth $200. So that's going to be tomorrow at 10 o'clock on 360 Comics. And then I'm thinking I'm going to get another box delivered to me tomorrow of 3 more books that are also pretty Grail-esque. So I have here, let me reach for it. I have here my box with the little fragile sticker from CGC. And we're going to open up that in just a couple of minutes. Moon Knight, I don't know if Moon Knight #1 has just gone up. It's interesting. When I was at King Con, I did sell a Werewolf by Night 32 and a Marvel Spotlight 28. But I had a Moon Knight one that didn't move. The guy on the table next to me had 4 Moon Knight ones, the first volume, that didn't move. So I think it's still a valuable book. I actually have a copy in a submission that is going out to CGC tomorrow of 25 modern books. So I still think it's going to be desired in high grade, because I think we're going to see more of Moon Knight. So we'll see what comes of it. So anyway, I was following the tracking information, and I had them text me information. So it was out for delivery today, and I got a text this morning that said it'll be arriving between 2:45 and 3:45. I'm like, that's great. I can leave work right about 2, get home and get the book. And then I went to Walmart, a Walmart near where I work, to try to look for comic packs. They didn't have any. And then I get a text that the package has been delivered to my house. So I had a bit of time off during the day, so I went home and put the books away. And many of you may have seen my video on Instagram that I did when I kind of brought the book into the house. So anyway, here we are. And it's 10:08, so we have 31 people in here. That's a really nice number of people. Thank you for coming out and joining me tonight to see what I got. So I'm going to open the box, and there are 3 books in here. So I do not know the grades. I enjoy videos where people don't know the grades and are surprised, rather than, I knew what this was going to be. It was whatever. That's not as much fun when, like, it's really cool when somebody's really surprised by the grade. There is also a little bit of interest when somebody is disappointed by the grade. I hope that is not the case today. So I assume these are going to be, wrapped. We got the bubble wrap here. So I'm gonna avert my eyes, and I'm gonna unbubble wrap it. The 3 books, and I hope these are the 3 books I think they are. They're okay. This is great. They're in the cardboard with the rubber bands. So I'm just gonna take them kind of randomly. There are, again, 3 books in here. Now, the 3 books are all first appearances of major characters. All 3 have been in movies. None, 2 of them have not yet appeared in the MCU, although everyone assumes that they will appear in the MCU before too long. The third character has not appeared in the MCU in his superhero costume. So you may be able to get a little bit of a guess as to that one. Now, two of these books I picked up as part of a huge collection I acquired back in the fall. The third book as a collection I bought from an antique dealer just recently. So I'm going to take this out. I'm going to cover the grade up. I'm going to put these other books down. So okay, I'm going to cover the grade up. Okay, this is the first one I want. This one I got. It's a lower grade. I'm thinking this is about a 2.5, maybe a 3. Daredevil #1. First appearance of Daredevil and Foggy and Karen. This is a book that has been heating up quite a bit recently. And I'm a little bit nervous right now. This is, I don't know what to expect here. But I picked this up as part of a collection with some other books of the era. Another book that I didn't have cleaned and pressed that I just sent out to be graded. I haven't gotten back yet. So without, we will reveal the grade, and we got a 1.8. That's disappointing. There is quite a bit of spine wear there. And it does have a spine roll. Erod didn't think he did a nice job cleaning it up, but there was only so much he could do with the delicate spine. So I was hoping for a little bit better on that one because the book is really intact. But it does have a spine roll. There is some stress at the staples. So that is Daredevil #1. I'm going to look up the current values of these books as in the grades there. Now, these other two came as part of this big collection I had acquired in the fall. And I'm going to take the next book. And it is, yes, this is actually the one I wanted next. This is Fantastic Four, #48. The first appearance of the Silver Surfer. We've seen him in the movies rather forgettably. Galactus, even more forgettably, has a cameo here. This I thought was maybe a 6.5. This particular collection had every Fantastic Four issue from 44 up through past 200. So I predicted this is 6, maybe a 6.5. So it came as a 6.5. Okay, so I was pretty accurate there. That is, about what I predicted. There is some spine wear on this book. The back, there's some age to it, but nothing too bad. Off-white to white pages. And actually, that goes rather nicely with one I already have. So, nice little companion there. Now, none of these books I'm looking to get rid of immediately because, again, these properties aren't there yet. So now the last one, and this should be the best of the batch. And this also came as part of that collection I bought. And it is the Grail of the Bronze Era, Incredible Hulk 181. I thought this was about an 8. Erod said there was some staining on the back, and I see it here at the top. There's a tiny little stain in the corner and a stain about the size of the tip of your pinky next to it. Other than that, the back is pretty clean and sharp. I thought an 8, maybe an 8.5. He thought it was more in the 7 range. So the grade here is a 7.5. Okay. So that they did take off for that staining there. I don't know how well we can see that, but there's the staining there. That's the major part of it. I'd be interested to look at the grader's notes on this. So still a really good book, you know, a grail there. So that is a pretty good grade. I was hoping for a little bit higher. You know, I thought maybe it could get into the 8s. There's minimal wear to the spine. It's really not too bad on the spine, and it's fairly sharp on the corners. There were a couple of notches on the front cover here, small little dings. But yeah, there's a blunted corner. It's on the bottom. There were worse books. There's maybe a little bit of a stain in the bottom too. So let's see what the values of these are in these particular grades. So I was down a little bit on the Daredevil, pretty accurate on the FF, and I was hoping for better on the Hulk. So the Daredevil in a 1.8 currently fair market value is $3,136. Okay, there's actually not a lot of difference in like the 1.5 to 2.0 range on those books, but that is still pretty good. So Daredevil, we're going to count this. That's the Hulk. I saw the 7.5 and thought it was the old FF book I had. So that's 3136 will go for with the Daredevil. I'm going to hold on to this until we see. I'd love to see Charlie Cox in this costume. Okay, it's got a little bit of a garish costume, but he's blind. So this is a fun book to have, and I'm tempted to hold on to this because I do have a fairly good run of Daredevil books. The Fantastic Four book, 48 and a 6.5. So we've got 3136. And FF in a 6.5 as a fair market value of, this is according to cover price, $4,061. Okay. That's down a bit from, its height. So that's 96. That's 71.96. Right? 40.35. 31. I should like use a calculator or something rather than trying to keep this in my head. So let's just do because I'm a little nervous. I'm taking the cover price, 90-day average in these grades. So 40.61 for this. And then the Daredevil in a 1.8 is 31.36. And then the Hulk in a 7.5 is in a 7.5 is 72.67. So the fair market value of these three books in total is $14,464. Not bad. And that's, between this book and the Silver Surfer book, that's more than what I paid for the entire collection. And there's still 2,000 other books. None as big as those, but some really nice ones. So, as I said, I think it's possible tomorrow I'm going to get 3 more books. 1 from that big collection and 2 from another collection I got from the antique dealer. So I'm a little disappointed with the Daredevil. I have to say, but that's the way it goes. They can't all be 9.8s. And as Alex said, presents nicely. Yes, that's what I should have had as my YouTube channel. Presents nicely. It does. It's it's got a little bit of a spine roll, a little bit of a spine split, but it's chipped, it's worn, there's tears. You can see the spine roll like really prominently when we look at the back cover. I got to work on my lighting. I just got a new microphone today because I posted a video the other day. The sound quality was terrible. I don't know what happened. But this is an awesome book. And one thing about Daredevil, and I pointed this out in the past, Daredevil is really the only character that Marvel had who had a #1 in the early part of the Silver Age that he premiered in and stayed in that book as a solo title. Fantastic Four, X-Men, yes. Hulk only had 6 issues of his own book before he went to Tales to Astonish. And of course, Spider-Man premiered in Amazing Fantasy. All of the other characters premiered in either other people's titles or in the anthology, like Strange Tales, Tales to Astonish, Tales of Suspense, etc. Daredevil was really the only one to start with a number 1. So thank you, Alex. The sound is good. So let me catch up on the chat. I'm happy. I could have been happier, I suppose. We all kind of, when you send books off to get grades, you kind of dream as to, could it be? But still, all in all, it's a great unboxing. Great books, and especially what I got them for. I didn't buy them as individual books. I got them as part of a collection. And often, when you get a collection, you get good money for your value. So yeah. They are worth money. I'm not really looking to move anything right now because I like the books. I might even keep the 181 long term as an investment piece because I'm going to make more than my money up from the rest of the collection. I have 2 copies of that FF48. So even if I wanted to keep one, I could let this one go at a 6.5 and keep the 7.5. And the Daredevil one I'll see about. At the very least, I'm going to wait until the do a video of these. Yeah, this video will be available for replay after it kind of clears through the monetization process. So as I said, I believe I'm getting another box tomorrow. Not at this level, but kind of at the next level down. And then I'm also potentially buying a collection tomorrow. So somebody I bought a couple of collections from in the past of mostly late silver and bronze stuff. So yeah. That Hulk one, I actually want to look at the grader's notes for the Hulk book. So Erod was right on track with what he thought in terms of the staining, which is, kind of, it's fairly minor, but it's there and it does make a difference. It's not like a big stain, which would really downgrade it, but small finger bends. I'm not sure about that. Small spine stress lines, a couple of little ones. Very light tanning top back cover. Very small piece out of top left cover. Okay, I see that now. I thought that actually was a stain, but that's a little bit of a piece missing. But it's, maybe 1/8 of an inch. Small multiple stain, left center of back cover. I'm seeing more in the left of center, maybe at the top. Yeah. So that's that book. Hello from New Zealand. Brazil in the house. New Zealand in the house. That's some good stuff. Like I said, the Silver Surfer was exactly what I expected in terms of grade. The Daredevil, let me take a look at that. What was for here? Take a look at the grader's notes. We'll take about 5 more minutes and then back to other things in Lightfire too. 9. Heavy spine wear, large split bottom spine. Yeah. Moderate crease in cover, moderate staining to cover. Wear all edges of cover. Yeah, there's some staining. Actually, Erod got it a lot nicer. There was some black stuff kind of in the middle of the cover here. If I can get better lighting there, like right above his arm here, there was some black stuff that he got out. But you know, the book has been around for 58 years, been around for longer than me, and it's it's been well read, well loved. It's now we put it in a slab and we preserve it. So, and Australia. Yeah. So again, thanks to everyone for joining me. This is great. We have 45 people here in the room. This was a lot of fun. I've been obviously anticipating getting these books back for a long time. So now I finally have them back, and I'm looking forward to getting some more books back. And actually, because the FF book is an older book, I think some of the other books in that collection will come back in nice high grades, because some of the stuff is in really high grade. An Aussie accent. Yeah, I'm not bad at accents, but I don't really want to try one on live YouTube. That could not go well. So yeah, that's a wrap for today. So tomorrow could be a busy day. I'm gonna definitely be 10 o'clock on 360 Comics with Joe, doing a wrap up of Moon Knight episode 1. And I may be buying another collection and maybe doing another unboxing. Yeah, the top 10 independent books in the 90s. I am working on that. That requires an enormous amount of research, much more than either DC or Marvel, because you just go to all the DC and Marvel books. I haven't even gotten through Dark Horse yet, and that's where I started. So and I'm sure I'm going to miss something just because. They are using voice to text, Anthony. So yeah, we'll see what comes of tomorrow. So watch Instagram, watch here on YouTube to see if there's more news, and if nothing else, tune into 360 Comics tomorrow night at 10 o'clock. If you've already watched Moon Knight, if not, you can catch it on the replay. Like this video, our live videos will be available after the fact, so you can watch it at any time. So that's it for tonight. Thank you so much for joining me here. I really appreciate it. And until next time, this is Jim saying, enjoy your comics.